Was Sports in Minute with the Lady Precious Azuma, the goddess of sports, taking you to the world of sports and all that is happening with the Black Stars and their preparation towards the friendlies against Switzerland, God willing, tomorrow. Well, it's time for In Focus. My name is Diego, and I'm seated with the man who goes by the name Johnny Breu. He happens to be the CEO of a dog breeding company. So we're going to have that conversation and talk to him and find out. It's called Greatest Empire Kennel. Greatest Empire Kennel. What do they do? Recently, there's been a lot of talk about kind of dogs in Ghana and what they do. Hitherto, we used to have humans being the watchmen of our homes or security of our homes, but people are beginning to distrust humans, hence now resorting to different kinds of dogs, especially the bigger ones, to help them secure their houses and all that. So how has the dog breeding business been in Ghana so far? He's here to share his insights with us on this In Focus segment. Welcome to the show, Mr. Breu. How are you doing?
Thank you, Sam.
I see you are having a good time with your your man.
Yes.
So what kind of breed is this one?
This is a Boer Bull.
Boer Bull. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Also known as the South African Mastiff.
South African Mastiff.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Okay. How does the name come about though? Is it by their sizes? Because I know bulldogs have this very strange looking faces.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
and then the poodles are very small, tiny.
Yeah. The name Boer Bull came as a result of their breeding standard.
Okay.
So that's why they were named Boer Bulls. And because of the
They
amount
look like
of
bulls. They are big
stature
in size.
Yes.
I see.
Yeah.
So how old is this one?
This one is 1 year.
1 year?
Yes.
So I was saying will be how? Interesting. All right. So how did the business start for you in terms of breeding the dogs?
Okay. So I personally have interest for dogs.
Okay.
Yes, since childhood, I've actually had this interest. I really love dogs.
Oh, okay.
So
what about them?
Okay, I know they are very affectionate, loving, friendly, kind, and all that. Yeah. So I just developed that interest for them. Yeah.
Okay. So at what point did you decide that, okay, there's a time I need to make it more commercial?
Okay, so in the year 2015.
Okay, that's about 7 years ago.
Yeah, 7 years ago.
Okay, and how did you start?
I actually started with a mixed breed.
Okay.
It wasn't a pure breed. It was a hybrid.
Okay. Hybrid of
a local dog and a foreign breed.
Oh, okay.
So I thought it wise to why don't I increase the breed standard?
Oh, okay.
Because
is he gonna behave like this all throughout? Or?
Yeah, that's how he really likes play. You know?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So I actually started with a hybrid, but I saw that it wasn't really helping in terms of the commercial aspect.
Okay.
So I decided to enter into a full-time pure breeding. Yes.
So you have a huge kennel or something like that?
I have a kennel.
Interesting. Like how many dogs do you have now?
Currently I have 10 dogs.
10?
Yeah. 10.
All adults?
All adults.
Okay.
And I have some puppies too around.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. In Ghana, currently, which ones are really popular in Ghana?
The most popular ones are the Boer Bull, of course.
Like this one?
Yeah, like this one. We have the Bull Mastiff.
Okay.
We have the Rottweiler.
Rottweilers.
We have the Doberman. And of course, we have the Poodles.
Oh, okay.
There are many, but the most popular
I haven't seen much of the German Shepherds around.
Yes, we have German Shepherds.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So all that you have are Boer Bulls.
Boer Bulls and Bull Mastiffs.
That's what you have.
That's what I have.
All right. I hear they're quite expensive as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So this one, ordinarily, somebody wouldn't buy 1 year old, right?
Someone will. Someone will.
At this age, they say like
some people don't care. They don't mind.
And
they can handle it, provided there is a proper introduction. Can stay with you.
So take us on a journey of like acquiring a dog, for instance. I don't want to do it, let's say, the commercial basis. Okay. I just want it for my home.
Okay.
So this one, at what age should I buy?
Okay.
And first of all, how much is it for the smaller ones?
Okay. The price actually differs.
Okay.
Okay.
The average.
The average price, I think the pure breed now stands around 3,000 Ghana cedis. Yeah.
Get you around 3,000.
Yeah, 3,000, 3,500.
Okay.
Depending on the quality.
Okay.
Exactly.
So there are quality inside too.
Yeah. We have the pedigree. We have the pure. This one is a pedigree.
So what is the difference between the pedigree and the pure?
Okay. The difference is that the pure doesn't have a document. The pedigree is documented dog.
Explain that further.
Yeah. So you can actually trace the genealogy.
Oh, okay.
Okay. From even to the 4th generation of this dog, we know the descendants of Ghana. The name is Ghana.
Oh, okay.
So we know the descendants of Ghana and all that. But the pure, we don't have any certified document there for you to have
Wow.
access to.
And the whole schooling about dog,
Exactly.
you've been to a school like that or something,
No,
or
I
you learn on?
learned them and
Okay.
through experience too.
All right, so I buy, let's say, a bed bull for 3,500 Ghana cedis.
All right.
How do I maintain this dog at home?
Okay, it's really capital intensive.
Mate.
You really have to get enough to cater for, because I always say that taking care of them is just like a human being.
Okay.
Yeah, it's equivalent to human being. So you really need to have money, and no one should actually force you to buy a particular breed. It should come out of your own will to buy a breed, maybe a German, so anyone, based on the temperament you want.
Okay, so people buy based on temperament of the dog.
People buy based
Okay,
on
so what are some of the temperaments you can explain to us?
especially you shouldn't really get an aggressive dog.
Okay.
If this one were to be aggressive,
I won't be sitting here.
you wouldn't be sitting here.
But I'll be probably talking to you from the other end.
Exactly. So it has a balanced temperament.
Okay.
It can actually be aggressive
Okay.
when needed.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
It can
so
actually
there's a
be-
training for it.
There's a training for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you choose which dog you want based on temperament.
Yeah, based on temperament.
So
But-
each of them have different temperaments.
Yes, every dog, each and every breed has its temperament.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. All right. So it comes home, and what are the kind of foods it's offered?
Okay, so they have their special food. That's the pellet. It's called the pellet.
Okay.
Yeah, normally
I see them in the bags and all
yeah,
that.
in the bags and all that. So
Yeah, it's quite expensive too.
very, very expensive. You
How
know.
much is it going for at the moment?
Currently, some sell around 700 cedis, even 800 cedis.
And how long does it last?
Some of us, we have plenty dogs, so it lasts like 2 days.
So now I'm just assuming, let's say I have one or two. in the
One or
house.
two.
So a bag 700 Ghana cedis.
It depends on how you feed your dog. Some people feed their dogs 3 times a day. Some also
Okay.
based on the amount of money they have. They feed their dogs once
A day.
a day. So I think
Yeah, when you give them less food, they become more aggressive. It doesn't matter their temperaments. They
it's
become
not that thing needs to be corrected.
Okay.
It's not true.
okay.
It's based on the training you give the dog. Actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not about food.
Okay.
I know of a dog that has been starved throughout the day, but it's really calm. It allows thieves to even enter into the house too.
without even
yeah.
backing.
So yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so let me take you back into my childhood. There was a dog we had called Peace.
Sure.
When he came to the house, we were told that man and Saka cried and
Sure.
and then also when we're playing with it, you see the waist, they don't like to be touched around their waist. So
yeah.
when you're playing with touching the waist and all that, they become very aggressive. How true is that?
I don't have any idea about that. I can't say much about that.
Those are the local breeds, by the way, not these
Yeah,
ones.
I haven't really bred the local dogs.
Omo answer that.
No.
But it's not true that if you give them
It's not true. It's
son or
based on
whatever.
training. I
Okay.
can say it's based on training.
Okay. Let's talk about the training. How are they trained?
Okay, so depending first and foremost, depending on how you want
The dog to behave.
be.
Okay.
Yeah, personally, because of breeding purposes, I train it to have balanced temperament. So that it wouldn't be all that aggressive and it wouldn't be all that calm. It knows what to do at the right time.
Okay.
Yeah, so the training has to do with when the dog comes home, just like human being, you need to introduce him to his do's and don'ts.
Okay.
Okay, so that he gets to know the things that he has to do,
Okay.
the things that he shouldn't do.
Okay.
So you have to inculcate that discipline in him.
Okay.
So that he will.
What are some of the do's and don'ts that they should do?
Okay, so maybe you don't want it to be too aggressive. Then socialization is very key. You need to open it up to people, to have access to him, to have access to, just having some kind of socialization.
Okay.
Yeah, it really helps.
I see.
Yeah.
So like people come around, they don't lock him in the kennel
I
or
don't lock
something
him in
like
the
that.
kennel. I just hook him like this, and I make sure you just come closer.
Okay.
I introduce him to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And with that, he wouldn't be aggressive
Wouldn't
towards
be
the
aggressive.
people.
You start from the puppy stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How long do they the training last for?
Okay. It lasts for a lifetime.
Okay.
Because you want to inculcate a discipline for him to become like a human, in the similitude of a human.
No, human, they say, not the training to some extent,
Exactly.
The
Still,
way throughout the period he's with you,
throughout the
you keep
period,
training.
because it's an animal and the rationality is really low.
Okay.
So you need to make sure you sustain that ability to
Okay.
inculcate that.
Is there any
discipline.
special thing done to let them know that, okay, I know some dogs that are told to sit, and then they sit. Some they are told certain things and then they move depending on what it is.
Exactly.
Is there anything like that here
There's
in Ghana?
something like that. There's something like that. Yeah.
Are you proficient in that, or you allow other people to do that for you?
No, I do personally.
Okay.
I do train dogs too.
So how do you train them? Like, what do you tell them?
Yeah.
Even if they are not yours.
Okay.
You can train them.
I can train them.
And what do you tell them?
What I don't tell them. What the animals are this way. You need to reward them in anything they do.
Okay.
Just like human beings. If you want the person to do something great for you, when they does something and you like it, you reward it. You give something to it, so that they will get to know that, okay, I did this, and my master gave me this. So next time, if he commands me to obey, I'll do just that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So and through that, they get to adapt to that.
Exactly. We have a treat for them, maybe a meat or something.
Okay.
So that you show your appreciation to it. Yeah,
I hear the meat is also quite expensive.
It's very expensive.
Recently, I heard about their food. People could not afford because of the harsh economic conditions and all that. So people are adapting to usage of gari. I hear there are certain foods they can't take. And is it a red oil or something like that? But gari and then some mixtures. Can you tell us about?
Yeah. Now the price of the food, I mean the dog food, has really skyrocketed. So we've actually introduce something that will help us economize the whole thing. So gari is cool, provided you balance it with some good nutrients. Yeah, protein as well. Yeah.
Okay, like so the protein can be meat or chicken
fish. And all that, fish. Yeah.
Okay.
And balance it with that.
Okay. So the normal gari now they like you see kakreguso.
Guso, then red.
Now they
oil. That's all.
No stew.
No stew. The red oil is enough. It's a close-up.
You add the red oil to the gari?
Yeah.
Okay, but not the white one, like the normal one?
No.
You don't take those ones?
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
How often can they eat this?
As long as you provide for them, they will eat it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if, imagine, he's 1 year old.
Okay.
And then you've been giving him the bagged food for all these years. And now economic conditions, you now starting money gari. Is he going to take it?
With time, it will adapt.
Okay.
Yeah, with time, it will adapt to the taste and all that. So it will. Yeah, with time.
I see.
You know, when you start right from the beginning, it will be really cumbersome for it to adapt. But with time, maybe 2 weeks or a month, you see that it will just...
I think the best option is to start with it. You balance, you give some of the dog food and then give them.
But normally when they are puppies, it's ideal for you to give them the pellet because of the growth. So it's ideal that you introduce them to a good balance.
Up to what age can I?
You should just give it to them till they get to 1 year.
1 year, like this one?
Yeah, like this one.
What is the lifespan, for instance?
They can live up to 10 to 12 years.
10 to 12 years?
Yeah.
Wow. Is it going to go any further with this size?
Yeah,
He'll go further?
Like a man. Now, he's a young guy.
A man.
Yeah, he's a young guy. Yeah, sure.
1 year old, and you're going to have 12 years in the end. So they can grow as very tall.
No,
because they look like they are, I don't know how to term it. They are bulky. So I'm thinking their bones are not that long enough. They don't grow long.
It depends on the genes. This one actually has short, stature.
Okay.
If you trace the genealogy, you can see that all the parents are really the predecessors are really short and all that.
Okay.
So it depends on the genes. We have some Wabos who are really tall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see. Yes. So where did you acquire these? Did you buy it in Ghana here, or you had to go out?
Ghana here.
Okay.
Yeah, I bought Ghana from Grantville Kennel.
Okay.
Grantville Kennel. That's where I bought Ghana from, and the rest too, I bought it from other places. And some I bred them personally from my own. Yeah, female.
It's been 7 years. Would you say you've been quite successful? I googled some information about dog breeding. I hear it's very large in Nigeria. A lot of dog breeds brings in millions of nairas in Nigeria. I don't know about Ghana. Tell us about it. Is it that lucrative?
It's lucrative, depending on the quality you are breeding.
Okay.
Many people go about crying over the impediment that comes along with the purchasing and all that. But I believe quality sells itself. You don't need to force it. Quality will sell itself for you. So if you have quality, you are good to go. That's the best I can say.
So the quality you mentioned, is it a premium thing?
The pedigree.
Pedigree
pure,
and then, okay, and the pure one.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so if you have the pedigree ones that is traceable, you get to sell more.
Get to sell more.
Okay.
Get to sell more at a high price too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on the average, somebody comes to you, you want to buy a dog. Do you need to take the person through the processes of the kind of dogs that you have before you can make a choice? Let's say somebody like me who don't know much about dogs and all that. I know the local one. Do you need to educate the person about the processes to go through the opportunities or the variations that you have, and of course the choice to make and all.
Yeah, I do that. I do that because
so let's say on the average in a year, how much are you raking like? Because I'm thinking of also venturing into it. Since what's it? As I will buy me too much. Okay. Hey. Relax. I know, but
okay.
All right. So on the average, like, how much can one make for, like, say, in a year?
Okay. I can't say this on air because of personal reasons and all that.
You can give us a range.
Okay. I would say that it depends on the number of dogs you have.
Okay.
And how productive the dogs are. Yeah, some can even litter to the tune of, let's say, 15 puppies for you.
Okay.
And if a dog litters 15 puppies, I think it's a good thing to start with, and you will make a whole lot of money.
Excuse me, a female dog is called a bitch. So though I'm not supposed to be using that word on air, I was just trying to explain. Yeah. So the how many, I don't know, bees should you have, and then males should you have so that you can have a proper breeding?
Okay. Personally, I have more of the females, the bitches. I have 8 of the bitches and 2 males.
2 males. So that's all you need. Yeah. So let's say from the scratch.
From the scratch, if you have the means, you can buy. It's really ideal that you get a male and a female.
Okay.
A male and a female. Okay. But if you don't have the means and you can buy a female, I think you can take it to some other kennel for crossing and all that.
Okay.
But ideally, if you have enough, then you can start from a male and a female.
Okay. Yeah. So how is the crossing done? You just take them to the kennel of the when they are on heat.
The heat period is due.
Okay. How do you even know that you're on heat?
You count. They will actually discharge some droplets of blood.
The females.
The female.
Okay.
As soon as it starts the heat, you see some droplets from the vulva.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, so that tells you that they are ready.
They are ready, and the vulva also becomes, swollen and all that. So you start counting from that.
Okay.
On the eighth day, then it will be receptive to males.
So they are with the men for 8 days.
No.
For how long?
I mean, if it starts the heat period, you start counting the days.
Okay.
So that you can take on the 8th or 9th day. That's ideal. They'll be receptive to males.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So you can take it to the male for crossing.
So how long are they in with the men for?
The men, 3 days is school.
3 days.
Yeah, 3 days.
Right.
Is cool.
And then the gestation period starts.
Exactly.
How long does it take for them to?
2 months.
2 months.
2 months.
And then and you said you can give you as much as 15 liters.
As much as 15 liters.
Wow.
Some even go beyond that. Some people, some dogs can give birth to like 17, 18.
How is it like when you are having to take care of the litters, the 15 of them at a go?
It's really, really difficult to do that. Sleepless nights and all. Because if 15 puppies, the bigger ones will bully the small ones. So if you don't assist, the smaller ones will die. They'll grow weak and die. So
are you supposed to separate them sort of from the...
You're supposed to do the matching, the batching method, where you group them, maybe 15, 5 sock. When they are full, you take the other 5, so they can do it in that.
They become quite aggressive when they have babies and you're coming close to them.
Very, very aggressive.
So how do you manage that?
Personally, if a dog is really faithful and loyal to the owner, so it will never attack me so long as I provide for it, I buy food for it, he knows me, he's committed to me.
Okay.
So it will turn aggressive on strangers, but not me, because it loves me.
One of the myths that I've heard about them, some of them chew their babies, even with cats.
Sure.
They chew their babies after birth because they become, I don't know, when they become so hungry or something like that. Does it happen to yours?
Personally, no.
None of them?
Yes, none of them. But
is it because they are foreign breeds? Or the local ones, the
foreign ones also, some do. And it comes about a whole lot of factors. One of them is hunger.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, they're not fed well.
Yeah, they are not fed well. These dogs really need time and all that. So if you don't give them time, then be ready for casualties.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Exactly.
Wow. Interesting. All right. So let's talk about your business itself. Okay. 7 years down the line, you said you've been quite lucrative.
Yeah.
It's been quite helpful. Yeah. You've made some millions out of it. Your bank account is quite full.
It's quite lucrative, but really expensive to maintain them. Because of the how their maintenance level is really high and all that.
You take them to the veterinary.
I take them to
How often do you do that?
Every month, I make sure they check up on my dogs.
They come to you.
They come to you. They come to me. I'm a personal vet.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they inject all of them.
They inject all of them. I make sure that everything is done.
Is that expensive also?
Really, really expensive.
So that's what you add all to the still.
Everything.
I see. I hear you also train a couple of other people's celebrities' dogs, like Asamoah Gyan and other people's dogs as well.
Yeah.
Tell us about it. How has it been?
Okay, it's been cool. Yeah. As I told you earlier on, if you have a good quality, it sells itself. You don't need to stress. So everybody likes quality,
So I hear his brother Asin Bafo Jan bought it from you.
Yeah, both from
Okay, so then you go there to train the dog or something?
I actually sold it to him, but I give him guidelines on
how to take care of it.
How to take care of it.
So you sell to other celebrities as well?
So far, Asamoah Gyan and Bafo Jan.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So you're doing a good job then.
Yeah,
I'm sure they also replicate it and tell other people and all that.
Exactly.
All right. Okay. So unfortunately, I'm told my time is almost up, but what advice do you have for potential people who want to venture into dog business or possibly have one for themselves?
Okay, so shortly, what I would say is that don't enter into this business with the idea of making money. It has to start from the pedestal of love, affection, and commitment. If you don't have some of these traits or characteristics, I beg, don't enter into this dog breeding because it's really, really, really time draining, and all that. So
it's like a full-time job for you.
A full-time job for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. By the way, usually they say businesses, I was going to let you go though, but businesses, when you start around 3 to 5 years before you start breaking even.
Okay.
Approximately, around what time should somebody start breaking even if I start, let's say, with a male and a female puppets?
Okay. So with dogs, you breaking even, it's any time. You don't have a specific time for them. Provided you patronize in quality, you break even.
Okay.
Yeah. So the issue has to do with
so with the females, around what age are they good for like the crossing? Or you can tell by when they start dropping the
ideally it's not good. They say it's not good that you cross it when it comes on first heat. You need to wait for, because it is believed that time maybe the dog hasn't really developed. So you need to exercise patience for it to develop and all that. So it's ideal you cross it after 1 year.
After 1 year.
It was the second heat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then this one too after 1 year is also good enough to cross a female.
Good enough to cross a
Interesting.
female. It's as puppies. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
all right. So wrapping up with your contact and maybe your location or something like that. If you're on social media, so you can share that with us.
Okay. So you can contact me on 055 8796 396, and my location. We have branches too as well. We have one at Adenta and Aguna Studio. Yes. So
at Aguna Studio.
Yeah, Aguna Studio.
Okay.
Yeah. So my social media handles, you can follow me at IG for more dog content. Greatest Empire. TikTok also, Greatest Dog Empire. Okay. Yes.
All right. Normally you rush through your number, so I'm not sure people got you clearly. If you can repeat it gently now.
All right. 055 8796 396. That's my number.
All right. Has it got a name?
Yeah, his name is Ghana.
Ghana.
It's not Ghana. Gunner. Ghana. Gunnner.
Ghana. Thanks for coming, I wish you all the best and grow up and be a good boy. Right. You now settle down gently, unlike before. All right, so that was a conversation with a man, Joanie Brew. He happens to be the CEO of Greatest Empire Kennel, and he had a conversation with us regarding dog breeding here in Ghana and the prospects thereof. Maybe you want to do some conditions are quite hard now, but he says a very important thing, that you need to have that love, the attention, the care, and the time, most importantly, for the dogs, should you want to venture into that. So think about that, and then maybe you want to start your dog breeding business sometime in the future. My name is William Diego Parker Benny. Thanks for joining us. We're going to take a quick detour. When we come back, the man JK is ready to have a conversation with